Okay, so you know how sending out job applications can feel like you're just tossing them into a black hole?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
spend all this time making your CV perfect, writing cover letters, and then nothing.
It's the worst.
Seriously, is there even a real person looking at these things?
Well, it's a common feeling for sure, and it kind of shows how recruiting is changing these days.
Yeah, how so?
It's the age of AI now.
No.
Algorithms are often the ones deciding who makes the cut.
Oh, like they're scanning applications before a person even sees them?
Exactly. They look for keywords, skills, that kind of thing.
Wow. No wonder it feels so impersonal.
Yeah, and that's where this RoleCatcher platform comes in.
Oh, right. You sent over a bunch of info about them.
Yeah, they seem to get how tough this whole AI thing is for job seekers.
So they're trying to give you tools to deal with it.
Exactly. They're like, look, the rules have changed, but we'll show you how to win.
I like that.
They have all these different modules to help with different parts of the job hunt.
Okay, so like what kind of stuff?
Well, they have a jobs module, which has job listings, obviously.
Right, but it's more than just a list, right?
Way more. They've got this cool feature that analyzes your CV and compares it to job descriptions.
Oh, wow. So it tells you what skills you're missing.
Exactly. No more guessing. It's all right there.
That's really useful.
It takes out the mystery and gives you actionable steps to take.
Makes sense.
Your CV is your first impression. And with AI scanning for specific things, you got to nail it.
It's like having someone rewrite it in algorithms so the AI understands.
Exactly. And that's where their CV builder comes in.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more about that.
They use AI to make your CV a perfect fit for each job description.
So it's not just spell check and grammar then.
No way. It's way more advanced than that.
Wow. So it actually understands what the AI is looking for.
Exactly. It's like having a personal editor who speaks fluent AI.
That's pretty incredible.
It is, because if you're sending the same CV to everyone, you're missing the mark.
Right. You need to stand out for the right reasons.
Exactly. You got to grab their attention in the right way.
Okay, so you've got some good leads from their job board.
Yeah.
You've used the AI to fix up your CV. What's next?
The interview, of course.
Yes. The really nerve-wracking part.
And RoleCatcher has an interview prep module just for that.
No way they help you with that, too.
Yeah, remember how we were talking about AI scanning for specific stuff in your CV?
Yeah.
They've used that same data to figure out interview questions.
Wait, are you telling me they have an AI that can tell you what they'll ask in the interview?
Well, not exactly predict, but they have a massive database of interview questions, like over 120,000.
Wow, 120,000 questions. That's a lot.
It is, but they're all tailored to specific industries, roles, even experience levels.
So it's like getting a sneak peek behind the curtain to see what interviewers are looking for.
It's that.
120,000 questions. That's a little overwhelming, isn't it?
It sounds like a lot, but the idea isn't to memorize everything.
Oh, okay. I see.
It's more about understanding what kinds of questions they ask in your field.
So you get a feel for what they're looking for.
Exactly what skills they're trying to assess and getting comfortable with the whole interview vibe.
So instead of just practicing your answers alone, you get to see what's going on in their heads.
Right, it's like a behind-the-scenes look at the interview process.
It makes sense. Okay, but let's be real for a sec here. All this AI and data stuff is cool, but can it really replace actually connecting with a human for a job?
That's a great question, and honestly, it seems like RoleCatcher gets that.
They do.
Yeah, they haven't forgotten about the whole self-reflection thing, figuring out your own goals.
So it's not just about playing the system, it's about figuring out what you really want.
Exactly, and they have this career compass feature that's all about that.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more about that.
It helps you explore different career paths, set goals for your job search research companies.
It's like they're encouraging you to really take charge of your career, not just drift along.
Absolutely, and I think that's so important because it's easy to just apply to anything when you're feeling lost.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But with this, it's about making a plan, being intentional.
I love that. And then there's that career guide section too, right?
Yes. Over 3,000 guides covering tons of industries, roles, skills. It's amazing.
3,000 guides, seriously. That's like having a career counselor on speed dial.
Right. And these aren't just basic overviews either.
Oh, yeah.
They go in-depth about the job, the skills, the career path, like everything.
Okay, so say I'm interested in something I've never even heard of before. What kind of detail would I find?
Well, I was looking through them earlier and saw one for V-belt builders.
V-belt builders. See, I told you there's always something new to learn. Okay, but what do they even do?
So they work with rubber, making those V-shaped belts used in machines, conveyor belts, car engines.
Oh, like industrial stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The guy explains how they measure, cut, use adhesives, operate equipment. It's pretty hands-on.
Sounds specialized, but That's what's cool about this, right? You get the inside scoop, even for jobs you wouldn't think about.
Totally. But it's not just about what they do. They also talk about the work environment.
Oh, right, like where you'd actually be working.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
for V-Bell building, it's a factory setting. So they mentioned being on your feet, working with machinery, potential hazards.
So they don't sugarcoat it, which is important.
Right. You got to know what you're getting into.
Right.
And it goes even further than that. They talk salary expectations, career paths.
Oh, wow, they cover all that.
Yeah, they even have a career stages section showing how you progress in that field.
So you can see what an entry-level person does and then how it changes as you move up.
Exactly. It helps you picture yourself in that career long term.
That's really helpful. So it sounds like RoleCatcher is about more than just finding any job. It's about making a real career plan.
Exactly. It's that bridge between finding a job and managing your career, seeing your potential.
I like that a lot. Okay, so we've talked a lot about how RoleCatcher helps you as a candidate, but they have stuff for employers too, right?
They do, and this is where it gets really interesting. They've basically flipped the job search on its head.
What do you mean?
Employers can use RoleCatcher to find candidates whose skills match what they need.
So instead of me hoping they see my resume, they come looking for me.
Exactly. It puts the power back in your hands as the job seeker.
Wow, that's a game changer. But doesn't that mean you have to be really good at self-promotion to get noticed?
Well, that's the thing. It ties into their whole thing about being proactive. You're not waiting for opportunity. You're making yourself visible.
Okay, I can see how that would be helpful. This all sounds pretty high-tech, though. What about people who aren't so comfortable with AI and all that?
Well, the good news is they have a free version with a lot of the main features, the job board, the CV builder, some career resources.
Oh, that's awesome. But they have a paid version too, right?
Yeah, it's called RoleCatcher Copilot AI.
Copilot AI sounds intense, like it's going to fly my career for me.
Kind of. Think of the free version as a map and compass. Copilot is like having a personal GPS.
Oh, okay. I get it. So even more AI power.
Exactly. It takes everything up a notch.
Like what? Give me an example.
Their AI CV tailoring, for example, with Copilot, it goes beyond keywords. It analyzes the tone, the style of the job description to make your CV match perfectly.
So it's not just about the words you use, it's about how you use them.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like having a professional make your application sound perfect for that company.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive. What else can it do?
It helps with cover letters, those application questions that always trip you up, and get this AI feedback on your interview practice videos.
Hold on, it can give you feedback on your videos. That's wild, like having a career coach right there with you.
Right. Copilot really goes all out. But even with all that tech, they haven't forgotten about the human side of things.
You mean like those 3,000 career guides?
Exactly. Those guides are more than just information. They're about helping you make real decisions about your career.
That's true.
They encourage you to think about what you want, what's important to you, and no AI can do that for you.
So it's like they're saying AI can help, but you still need to know yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's about using the tech, but not letting it replace your own thinking.
It's like that saying man versus machine, but here it's more like man with machine.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that's only going to be more important as things keep changing.
Oh, yeah.
Because this whole AI thing, it's just getting started.
That's true.
RoleCatcher is adapting to how things work now, but what about 5, 10 years from now?
Exactly. We've been talking about how to find a job today, but what about when everything's different?
Right. What skills will matter then? What will the job market even look like?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
It's like trying to hit a moving target.
It is, but that's where I think RoleCatcher's focus on learning is really smart.
What do you mean?
It's not enough to just have a tool that helps you right now. You need to keep learning to stay ahead of the curve.
So it's less about predicting the future, more about being ready for anything.
Exactly. That whole lifelong learning thing, constantly updating your skills, that's what'll set you apart.
Because the only thing we know for sure is that things will change.
Exactly. And being able to adapt to that, that's a superpower in any field.
It's like RoleCatcher isn't just about getting a job. It's about building a career that can last.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Okay.
It's about giving you the tools and the mindset to thrive no matter what.
I love that. And for anyone listening who's maybe feeling a little overwhelmed by all this, the job hunt, the AI, everything.
Yeah, it can feel like a lot.
It's worth checking out RoleCatcher. See how it can help you take control of your career.
Absolutely. It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket as you navigate the future of work.
I love it. Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into RoleCatcher. We've covered a lot, from AI-powered tools to that crucial human element of self-reflection and continuous learning.
The great mix.
And it's clear that RoleCatcher is about more than just checking off boxes on your resume. It's about empowering you to take charge of your career and thrive in this crazy world of work.
Couldn't agree more.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember the future of work isn't something to fear. It's something we can shape.
Here's to shaping the future.
Cheers to that.